All right, everybody, this is Greg Pace from the BC Academy. Today we have an exciting new widget slash tutorial for you guys titled the Automatic Discount Widget for Adobe Business Catalyst. So let's get right into it and show you what this widget does. So what does it do? Well, it enables you to share links appended with a discount code parameter on any sort of product link. And then what will happen is this discount code will automatically be applied when a user enters the cart and will display a message showing the savings. So, for example, you would take your product, let's say that was, on yoursite.com / whatever the URL is for that product, and then you would put $discount equals the discount code that you've set up in BC. And when a user goes to that, we're going to cookie them, and then we're going to automatically apply that discount in the cart and display a message that shows the savings to really kind of encourage that user to go through the checkout experience because they realize now that they're getting a better deal. The installation is also super simple. It is just one line of code that I've shown here, installed onto your layouts, online shop, large product, and your layouts, online shop, shopping cart -US or whatever currency that you use. Okay, so to install, you're going to scroll down to the bottom of the video. You're going to hit download, and we're just going to save this to the desktop. You're going to open up your desktop. You're going to right click and you extract it however you do. And I think you guys are familiar with that. Open it up and you'll see we have the system folder inside there. It goes under widgets and then automatic discount. So we want to copy this to our site using FTP. So to do that, we're going to take our World Secure System domain as the host, paste that again, and we're going to use our login and password and port number 22. We're going to connect, go into our system folder, widgets folder, and we're going to find our extracted folder and match that up and throw in the automatic discount into there. And we are all set up. You want to go now into your admin panel for your site and go ahead and hit develop. Go over to your layouts, go to online shop, open up your large product page and your shopping cart US page, and also open up your underscore system, your widgets, your automatic discount, and open up that init.liquid. So basically the installation is outlined here in a comment. We're just going to take this line of code and we're going to put it on both those large product and the shopping cart US. And those can go anywhere here. So, and then save both of those. Okay, and next thing you're going to do, you're going to want to make sure that you have a discount code created. So to do that, go back to your Manage tab, go over to e-commerce, hit discount codes, and we're going to call this one BC Academy, or the description really doesn't matter, it's just for your own reference. So we'll call this the BC Academy, and we want to do a, let's do a percentage of our order. We're going to do 25% off, and I think I'm all good with all this. Go ahead and save it. And now we can go over to a product link. Let's take this t-shirt, for example. Copy this into our URL here. To get this to add to a cart anyways. Give it some quantity, and we want to add to the cart. So now it's saying we have 5 items in our cart. We want to go check out now. And right here is where someone would have to type in that BC Academy discount code and apply it, and remember to apply that. And you'll see that they're saving $3 now with this discount. But let's say we wanted to put a link up on Facebook that linked to this product and wanted to automatically apply that discount code when they clicked on that link and then we came to the cart. So they're like, oh wow, I'm getting the discount, and they don't forget to put the discount. So to do that, all we need to do, let's go back over to that product link, and all we simply need to do now that we've added the code is put a question mark, discount equals, then enter the discount code that we want to apply. So for this one, think about it, you could put this in an email or something with this link in it, with the BC Academy discount code that we created in the back end. Load up that site, and let's go back and let's enter this back into our cart again. Even though it's already there, it's fine. We can do this, if it's fresh or not. Add it to the cart. Go over to our checkout, and you'll see we just got a message that says, congratulations, you saved $6.97. We've automatically applied the discount code BC Academy to your shopping cart. So we hit OK, and now we're all set. Now I know what you're thinking now, like, okay, well, what if I go back and I add, if I want to go back and add another product, and I go and, let's say I want to get a charcoal one and it's in small and I only want one of them, I can go back to the cart and that message is not going to appear again, but the discount code will stay applied. So that's pretty useful. The only way it will ever come back is if they ever went back to that link with the discount code equals BC Academy on that again. So if they hit back in their browser or something like that, or clicked on another one of your links that had a discount code applied, it would override what is currently in the discount code on the cart. So there you go. There's your congratulations. You save now $8 because we're spending more. It's a 25% discount. So let's get into the code and let's show you how this is working. Alright, so here's our widget code. You'll notice that it starts off with a little bit of instructions inside of a liquid comment tag here. You'll notice these are kind of added all throughout the widget code itself, just to kind of give you guys a sense of how, the flow of everything's working and how this kind of makes sense and how we're not running extra code on a page that we don't want to. So first things first is we want to reference the cookie script that was taken from another video, which is linked right below in the prerequisites, using cookies and business catalyst created by Scott Scheffler. It's the same code taken from that video. So if you've already used that video and applied that cookie file to your header, or put that in your own global sites scripts file, that you could just delete this line of code. And that's kind of what this comment says, like, pretty much remove this code if you've already added this plugin. And then you also notice that I'm saying, like, you pretty much can remove whatever comments and lines that you don't need if you don't want any of this extra comments being rendered or being processed through the Liquid processor. So I would suggest just going through and try to understand what this is, follow along, and remove things as you need them. The way this head works, so we want to bump the scripts into the head, and the way Business Catalyst works on most pages is if you put a head tag inside of like a layout or a page, it's going to know to bump whatever that is inside that head tag to the actual head of the document. It's not going to render two heads. It's actually kind of smart and figures that out. Not always, but for the most part, it does do that. So it's definitely a useful tip for adding things like titles and meta tags. But even if you tried to comment this out in Liquid, it's still going to bump it to the top of the head. It's going to do that before Liquid processes it. So don't try to put that in an if statement. It's going to do it anyway if it's on that layout. Okay, so then we want to run, there's two parts to this. We're basically showing this is what's going to basically get outputted on your large product page, because all we really need to do is set that cookie based off the getglobals.discount, which is that URL parameter Liquid code. And we're commenting this out here where it says, detect if the discount perimeter is present to set the cookie, and it won't run this on the cart page because the cart page is never going to have a discount parameter. So that's what gets executed on your large product. Moving on, this is kind of the part 2 where we're going to detect if you're on the cart page and you have something in your cart before we run this next whole bit of code, which is the rest of the widget. And then we're going to, I just have another output here to show on the page if it's getting outputted, and you'll know. So then we're going to detect if that cookie exists before we run the rest of the code here, from this line to this line, just so we're not executing the rest of this code on a cart page that doesn't even have the cookie that we created in the first place. So then the next part is this span. What this span does, it gets the value of the discount for that custom alert that we're using. And the reason we have to put this here, we can't just reference it directly, is because it gets into, you'll get a couple object errors, and it kind of will pick up on your first time you enter the cart. It will show a 0 even though the liquid is being updated. This kind of makes it so it gets updated, and then we're using jQuery to read this ID that we're creating, and this ID is hidden on the page. So then we enter into some script, and doing this is going to execute the script in order. If you don't have this, again, that discount code is not going to work inside the alert message. Also, I skipped this line here. The assign cookie code just gives you a clear variable of the globals.cookie.automatic discount that is being pulled in from the large product. It gets created. It's called automatic discount, and we're pulling in that discount code from there. So I just decided to put this in its own assign rather than using the globals.cookie every time where I want to output that cookie code, just to make things a little simpler. All right, so back to the script. You'll see we have that cookie code, which is going to change the value of the field created by the business catalyst tag underscore discount code. That's going to create a ID of discount code, and we want to manipulate that value. But then we want to make sure that we do a change on that value, because that value, when rendered by Business Catalyst, looks for a change event. It looks for something on change. So we have this line of code to do that. And then the next step is we want to create a variable for our alert. So the alert system that I'm using in this by default uses Suite Alerts, and it's referencing that code here. Now, I would suggest that you move this code into your global scripts and into your global CSS if you want to. I mean, I'll leave that up to you guys. But if you want to do that, you would remove this line of code. But then we're referencing Suite Alerts, and we're using the title that we've created here, which is congratulations, you've saved. And then we're getting the ID from that span that we created up here to show the amount of the discount, and then we're putting an exclamation point. So you can customize this however you want to get the messaging that you are looking for, and this is where you would do that. Alternatively, if you don't want to use Suite Alerts, you don't want to use a plugin, you could just remove this whole line here and just do like an alert and then put it to the title, or you could put a string in there that you want. It would just be a standard browser alert depending on the browser that you're using. And then after we show that alert, we're saying we've applied that discount code, and here's oops. I'm bolding the cookie code from before, and the next step is to remove the cookie automatic discount that was created so it isn't displayed again. And then that's really it for the script. And then, like I said here, for Suite Alerts, if you don't want to use it, remove this here, or before you do that, if you're going to use Suite Alerts, move this code into your global scripts and style sheet. To recap real quick, the first if statement here is the code that's going to get rendered when there is a discount parameter on a page if you installed a large product. You technically can install this other pages in the large product, but I think for most use cases, the large product makes the most sense. It'll work either way. And then also, the next part is we're detecting if on the page, and then this whole code, if on the page and the global cookie is present, we're going to output this on the shopping cart US, and this is what gets rendered. So I hope these comments kind of help you understand the thought process behind this code and how everything is working. So let me know if you guys like this widget. I think it's pretty simple, but also really useful for e-commerce sites and setting up landing pages with discount codes already applied, and bringing people to your product page and then giving them that extra benefit when they do make it to the cart to really encourage them to ultimately complete that checkout and sell that product. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know in the comments if you have any issues or questions. I would love to answer them. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.